Hello guys, hello, welcome to a brand new video, and coming back is Last question mark, guys. Sorry this is a little bit later than usual, but it's the only time I can get any time in right now. So we're here for Austria, for the Austrian Grand Prix, guys, and it should be quite exciting for round 8 or race number 8 of Last question mark, where I start at the back of the field with Ultimate AI driving as one of the quick teams and see if we can win the race or wherever you are. And also this series, guys, at the end of it, one of you lucky chaps will win a copy of F1 2017 of any platform of your choice. So if you're on PS4, Xbox One or PC and you want to win a copy without spending it, then you need to make sure to enter the competition. And all of that is in a link that the mods are going to post throughout now to the light sequence. And when the 5th light goes out, that will close the votes completely. So before we go through this, I want you guys to see that we are legit starting at the back of the field as always. But before we go into that, we'll just quickly go for the setup. It's on your screen right there. And we will head now into qualifying for this one. So should be quite exciting for that. So we're going to advance to quali. We're not going to look at the weather. So we'll see. Expert is better. No, Ultimate is the highest tier. You've got Ultimate, Legend, Expert, Professional, whatever down there. So it's the highest level. Also, if you hear some thunder in the background, it is absolutely pouring it down with rain right now. So if the internet drops or anything like that, you can blame the weather. But here we go then. So if you guys want to win a copy, all you got to do is the mods are going to provide a link. And then when the 5th light goes out, that is it. Done and dusted. So the series will be on for a few more weeks. I'm going to put it on to 12 episodes. But I've got to say, anyone can still win this because it is not that the lead is not far ahead at this point. So we'll see. Obviously, you guys have seen the setup. We are going to head out straight onto the track then. And we're going to just drive around. We're going to just retire from the session there. So Kimi's currently on pole right now. So we're going to just retire from the session like so. And we will see who's on pole position for this race coming up there. So just thought I'd just show you guys that I am starting legit at the back of the field here at Austria. And funny enough, because it is the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend, we thought we'd do it. And that is your grid in very overcast weather. So it's a little bit interesting there, the overcast conditions there playing a toll on the tyres there. So that is your grid right there. You've got Raikkonen on pole, you've got Verstappen 2nd, Hamilton 3rd, Van Dorn coming out of nowhere with P4, but this is one-shot quali, remember. Bottas in 5th, Stroll 6th, Massa 7th, Perez 8th, Vettel down in 9th, and then Kvyat in 10th, and the rest of your field is on your screen right there. So, yeah, there's your grid. And obviously me starting at the back of the field behind the Manos, of course, making it even more difficult, which they are disqualified, of course. Before we go anywhere, so I am just going to quickly post it because I think no one's put the competition in the chat. So, oh, there you go. Alfie's put it in for me. So, I don't think that works. But the link you need to get off Alfie if you want to enter the competition. You've got till the end of the formation lap. So, we're going to kick this episode off straight away because I'm in a rush. So, we'll see how we go on anyway. But it's time for the Austrian Grand Prix, guys. Make sure to ask Alfie for the link, guys, if you want to get involved in the competition to win a copy of F1 2017. It's time for the race here at Austria. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 8 of Last question mark on F1 2016 using 2017 mods. The series where I start at the back of the field driving as a very quick driver, and we'll see where we finish losing Ultimate AI. And today we're at Austria. Considering that we've got the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend, it was fitting that we do this track, and we are driving this time around again as the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo because it is their home patch, and we want to see if I can win a race with them as well. And you guys have a chance of winning a copy of F1 2017 if you take part in the poll votes if you're watching this live. If you're not watching this live, then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have a chance of winning a copy, guys. It could be on Xbox One, PC or PS4 platforms. And also, this has not been done by Codemasters or anything like that. They've not given me any copies. I am going to be paying this out of my own money to one of you guys at the end of the series. And there's a few more episodes left. And Alfie, my moderator, is posting currently right now in the chat right now a link to the votes right now. And as long as you've got the vote, you'll be fine in terms of getting there. But there is your man on pole position. Kimi Räikkönen is your man in first place there. And there is us as Ricciardo at the back of the field, as always, in this series. We've won a few races. We've come in the top 10, but we've not retired yet, so it's a good sign. But here's your grid then for this last question mark, guys, tonight. And make sure to keep an eye on the drivers and who you think could snatch that podium there. But Van Dorn popping in with a cheeky P4 there. Considering this is one-shot quali I did, the times are a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. In short quali or full quali, it's a little bit different. But there's your grid, and the manners are DQ'd as well, if you guys don't know, so they'll be dropped to 20 drivers. And the safety car is off for this race because it affects it massively. A little bit I discovered with the last episode in Canada in the Max Verstappen career mode. And I will say this, from next episode onwards, we are going to be using some more mods. So I'm going to keep that one tight-lipped there for you guys. The weather is overcast with rain as well at the end of the race. So we are going to try and do the one-stop strategy today. It will be tricky, but I'm going to give it my best shot anyway. So I'm going to quickly go through the setup quickly. It's on your screen right there, guys. And you have about 2 minutes to get your votes in right now if you want to win a copy as well. The target on this video, guys, is 150 likes as always on the streams. Let's see if you could smash it once again. But we're going to go through the formation up, guys. We're starting on the soft tyre in this race. We're going to be doing the long, aggressive strategy of the one-stop. So, as there's Alonso down there in 19th place, and we'll make our way past the manners because they get DQ'd anyway. But the mods really need to post the link in the chat if you want to win a copy of F1 2017, guys. There is only 5 more rounds to go, and it's not really a big gap at the top of the standings. So if you join now, you could still have a chance of winning a copy, guys. So you want to get in, guys, please make sure to get yourself in. It's great to see some new people taking part in the series, of course, and it should be quite exciting as well. And also, you guys will decide the next track in the series, guys. It will be between 3 tracks that I'm going to reveal in this episode, but I'm not going to put the poll up. It will be a Twitter poll that will decide the next race, guys. So the tracks are as follows. We've got Brazil, we've got Baku, and we've also got, I'm trying to think of a track here. Let me think. Spain. There are your 3 tracks. So you've got Spain, Baku, and Brazil are your 3 tracks for the next episode, guys. Episode 9. If you want to get involved in the series, guys, then make sure you follow me over on Twitter, as I'm going to be putting up the poll in the next couple of days, and it'll be a 24-hour vote where at the end of the time limit I'll delete the tweet, and I'm going to reveal it when we publish the episode live as well. So you've not got long left, so you best get in there. And if you guys don't know who my favourite driver is, we're driving him right now. We're driving as Danny Ricciardo because he is a lad as well, and I'm known on this YouTube as the Shoey Man. So if we win the race, a shoey may happen tonight, guys. A shoey possibly could happen if we win this race. But we'll see how we get on as we're now lining up on the grid then for the Austrian Grand Prix. A track that I'm very strong at as well in career modes. We've had so many wins here in previous seasons of career mode, but we'll see how we get on. The lights are now on. We are about to go racing here in Austria. The lights are out, and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix, and we get past the manners amazingly, actually, without any contact, going up towards turn 1, where it's going to be a little bit tricky here. Alonso's made contact. There's been a pile-up actually at turn 1. We're just have to go through there. Perez, actually, we just have to back off it. Pascal Wehrlein, where's Wehrlein? Come on, Wehrlein. Oh, we just got to carry on. Oh dear, what a start that was. And yeah, a pile-up at turn 1. I think it was Vettel that got caught who started that off. I wasn't too sure. As we try to do a cheeky dive bomb there. But terrible. Absolute terrible, that. Look at the top 7. They've already got a massive gap already, and you can't really do anything about that. Just the AI being a little bit stupid at turn 1, so just got to take it on the chin, and we have to just carry on right now, even though it wasn't our fault this time. So we'll just see how we get on. We are doing the one stop today, so we are going to try and make these go as long as possible. No, you can't mod, unfortunately, on PS4 or Xbox One because you will get banned. On PC, you have the luxury of modding, so you guys are a bit lucky there. So, as someone's already in the pits already, I think that's Massa in the pits. We go through turn 1 on K-Mag, so we're already into the top 10 already, so that's a good start. I'm going to get a nice run on K-Mag as well up the hill, which is, this corner is technically turn 2 now in real life, which is a bit weird because it's just a kink, so I'm a little bit baffled by that one, if I'm honest with you. But the overcast conditions should help us in this race because of the tyre life, so we could maybe go a long way on these tyres before pitting for a set of the super softs. And remember, we've got rain as well at the end of the race, which could make a surprise right now, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll go through right now. Just sweep through this left-right section right now. So right, on to lap 3 then. So we've got 34 laps to go, which is about 35 minutes. So my girlfriend's in the corner right now. You can't see her, but she's trying to distract me. So it is very hard, but we'll see how I get on anyway. But we're already into the top 10, which is the main priority. We'll be slower than these guys around us because they are on the ultra soft tyre. So of course that's a disadvantage for us, of course, but not too bad anyway. As my girlfriend's giving me a nice cheeky wave. Hopefully she'll give a bit of encouragement here to try and win this race for us, so. Yep. Hashtag, everyone now, oh well, yes Geordie, yes I do agree with you. But I'll tell you what, we are closing in on the leaders. They are bunched up together, which is what I talked about in the Canada Max Verstappen career mode. If the pack is all bunched up, they will slow down early for corners and we can close in on them right now. So we're going to be in the slipstream of Daniel Kvyat, and this should be a pass there as we get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix right now. So we now go down the inside of our junior team right there of the Toro. So we're now up to P8 as we close down Sebastian Vettel now in the Ferrari all on his own. And I tell you what, we're catching up, aren't we, guys? We're catching up right now. This is what I mean with the pack being this close up ahead. You can see, I think there's about 3 cars there. Max Verstappen, I think, is in that battle there. But remember, guys, if you pick your 3 drivers in the top 3, if they go anywhere, if they finish anywhere in the top 3, you will get a point regardless. So, for example, if you put Hamilton as the winner, but he finished in 3rd, you still get a point, basically. So we are going to change the poll a little bit in terms of the 1st, 2nd and 3rd. It will be scrapped, and there'll just be one question saying who's your top 3, and it makes it easy for you guys, of course. So also remember, you have the choice between Spain, Brazil, and Baku as your next track, guys. In the next one, something's happened up the road. Lewis Hamilton is out of the Grand Prix. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's out of the Grand Prix. He's parked it up on at the top of turn 1, and he is out of the Austrian Grand Prix, and we move up now to P7. Oh, what a shame that Hamilton, the first man out of the Grand Prix, first legit driver. Who would have thought? So we're closing in now on Sebastian Vettel. So I think these guys now are starting to struggle on their ultra soft tyres. So obviously things to take care of there, of course. So if you want to insert a "oh no" team radio, that would be great in the chat. I would have a sound clip of it, but I can't seem to get it working on my stream. So, but just to let you know, guys, this week I'm not streaming tomorrow. It's my day off because of Arrow's my driver. I don't want to clash with him because everyone will be watching that, and that's obviously understandable for me. So I'm having the day off tomorrow as Max Verstappen is in the pits already. So that's interesting for Max going early in his pit strategy there. So maybe he's going to go for the cheeky aggressive strategy of the free stop. but we'll see if that works for him there. So we'll go ahead of our teammate and move up to P6, who jumped onto the soft tyres. So Max going maybe a long way into the Grand Prix, so maybe he's going to do the 2-stop tonight. We shall see. Right there, so we're going to go up the hill then as we catch up to Sebastian Vettel now, who was, I think that is the sign, I think, for these guys that are on the Ultra Softs that they do need to pit, because look at the traction Vettel's got. He's got no traction out of turn 3 or turn 2, whatever you want to call it, as we get past him quite comfortably actually, and we move ourselves up to P5 as we chase down the surprise package actually at the minute. Stoffel Van Dorn in that McLaren Honda in P4, doing an impressive job, but he got away with it really at turn 1 with the wreck that happened. So I've got to say, interesting as we go purple again in the middle sector. So a lot of these guys surely have to react to Max Verstappen pitting. If he's going for a very, very aggressive strategy, and Van Dorn is reacting to Max Verstappen. He goes into the pits then. So we move up now up to P4 in this race, and we get a bit of cheeky DRS as well to help us as we get another fastest lap than 1:11 flat now for us in the Red Bull. So it's a good time there once again, and we are now going to close up next to Valtteri Bottas in P3 as Max Verstappen is up to P5, and he's just coming through turn 1, so we've got that gap behind. But remember, we're going very long on this stint on these the soft tyres. But yeah, the next episode, guys, of the Max Verstappen at Baku, which I'm dreading, is this weekend, guys. It will be on Saturday in the evening at around about 8 o'clock, again UK time. So if you want to come along to that, guys, it's 8 o'clock in the evening for that one. And then on Sunday will be a double header of the iRacing Grand Prix series at 3 o'clock, which I'm doing now, guys, as it had a great response in the first episode, guys, that I released last week. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's something that I like to do virtually, and we will take the lead. And is that Lance Stroll in second place? I told you this race would bring some surprises. But Raikkonen's gone onto the softs. Stroll's gone out on the super soft tyre, so that's very interesting. Actually, very interesting strategy there. Very interesting strategy call there from Ferrari there. Very interesting. So all we can do is just plough on right now as we are leading the Grand Prix now for the first time. Unrealistic. Oh, yep. Obviously, Stroll getting a podium in Baku last time out, so you can't say that anymore. So we've got an 8-second gap to Kimi Raikkonen, so all we have to do is just go as long as possible on these tyres now and put the super softs on, and we should be fine to the end of the race. So the chaos of the first lap there has not put us off, and we are now comfortably in the lead. But obviously we've not made a pit stop as we get another fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Now we're into the 110s now on race fuel, as we go a little bit wide at turn 1 there, so not ideal. So there's a little cheeky mini bustle there, so not too bad. But if you're new around here, guys, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it a lot, and it helps the channel a lot. So just trying to see the gap here to Raikkonen behind. Of course, you've got Verstappen as well. He could jump up there. So your top 3 at the minute is myself, Raikkonen, and Verstappen as it stands after lap 9 of this Grand Prix. We'll move on to lap 10 very shortly. So we've already done at least nearly a quarter of the Grand Prix already. So it's gone quite quickly, this race already. 9 laps. It's a very short lap, this one, is Austria. And we could see sometimes plummeting as we go along there, as we run a little bit wide again, as Raikkonen's actually catching me up now, which I'm not too bothered about at this point, because of course I'm thinking Raikkonen's going to be pitting at some point in the race, or we could go all the way actually on the soft tyre. So we'll wait and see what happens with that strategy. Vettel, I think, is in P4, P5 or something like that, but So Raikkonen's crossed the line, Verstappen's crossed the line as well. All we can do is just keep going. We've got to keep pushing and see how long we can go on these tyres. The gap is 7.6 then as it stands. So we just got to keep... If we can keep this gap, that's good, because in the later stages we'll be quicker if they're staying out on the soft tyre, and we can close the gap down, because the pit lane is not that long here in Austria. So to be fair, it's not too bad actually. And apparently the AI are OP around here as well, so that's another thing, especially in race trim. As Kvyat now out of the Grand Prix now, so it's all kicking off there at the hairpin at turn 2 or turn 3. All sorts of carnage going on there. So we'll go through the penultimate corner, into the final corner we go. Taking that nice and easy through there. And on we go then. So the gap's 7.1 seconds. Gap is dropping, of course, but obviously Raikkonen is on a fresher set of tyres, so that's we've got Magnussen now at the Grand Prix. It's all kicking off. All the cars are retiring. What is going on here today? Everyone's just dropping out. Kvyat there, you can see him just parked on the right-hand side. Everyone's retiring. Already on to lap 11 then, so we're already now nearly a third of the way through this Grand Prix today, so taking that nicely there this time around. I don't know, Jack, is the answer to that question. I'm pretty sure he does. I think there is a way of doing it, but always just double shifting or something like that, I don't know. I don't know how he does it, but I give him props though. Anyway, up the hill we go then. We gained a little bit on Raikkonen on that last part of the lap, so it's a good start. Oh no, not sexy Kevin. I'm actually gaining on Raikkonen by a tiny, tiny weeny bit. But so far, so good, I've got to say, as we now approach third of the Grand Prix already, and we're still leading the race, so it's a good sign for you guys in the chat if you put me as number 1 here in this race. So, as we actually gained a bit there on Raikkonen there, up to 7.3 seconds now. So we gained nearly 7 tenths there. But let me know, guys, in the comments below, who do you think will win at Austria this weekend coming up? Do you think it'll be Hamilton, do you think it'll be Vettel, or do you think one of the Red Bulls could spring a surprise out like they did in Baku? We shall see on the weekend, of course. So we'll just go up the hill then, halfway up the hill, and Raikkonen's just coming into shot there out of turn 1. So we've got an okay gap, 7.3 seconds at the minute. All we can do is just push. That's all we can do right now. We're doing a good job so far, I've got to say. Tyres 30% now. Getting very close to the end of the life cycle, these tyres. Ooh. This will make it so much easier if Raikkonen retire from the race, because Verstappen's a little bit further back to Kimi, so it helped me in terms of when I pit as well. I can chase down Max instead of Kimi and try and win this race for you guys. So keeping a good pace though, I've got to say. Pace is looking pretty good at the minute, matching our best lap of the race as our tyres start to degrade a little bit, so it's a good start. That's what I say. Pace is looking good right now. As Pascal Wehrlein, another one, retires from the race. Everyone's dropping out here. today. I've never seen so many dropouts here. So we're down to 16 drivers now. If you take out the manners, of course. 4 people are out of the race. Kimi needs to liquidate and Bottas needs to overtake Max. Yep, another one bites the dust. They're all dropping out, as I think this will be Pascal Wehrlein. I don't know where he's parked it though. Oh, he's parked it there on the right hand side. Out of harm's way. No, Kimi can't retire. I'm guessing you've got Kimi then in your top 3 predictions. Nigel's going to get some points. Yep. I like my Queen. I do love Queen, to be fair. Oh, cheeky little moment there. Ask about weather. Can't. Jeff's turned off for me. I have Jeff turned off. It is going to rain though at the end of the race. That's one thing to say. The rain is going to happen, but would it be wet enough for inters at the end of the race? That's going to be the big question. What demo? There's no demo of F1 2016, I can confirm that. And there's no demo of F1 2017, I can confirm that as well. There's a beta. If you sign up to the beta, then yes. But, it's got an 8.2 now. So we're doing well here. Shaft, this is the last to question mark. Basically, I start at the back of it. It's basically like last to first, but last to question mark just adds a little bit of, you know, question mark into it, you know. But we're getting close now to the pit stop window. Right now, tyres are up to 48% now on the fronts. Still setting some good pace though, 8.4 the gap. Max is 4 seconds behind, so that's about 12 seconds. So we go through the final corner then to start lap number 17. As we're still going to carry on here. When does it say for me to pit? I just pressed the replay button for the Bants there, so that was my bad. That's the button I want. Lap 25. If we can get to lap 25, that'll be good because then we can go on the Ultra Softs for the Bant, for the cheeky set of Ultra Softs maybe. Ooh, okay. We're in the bubble there, fuel, so we need to back off a little bit on the fuel department and keep it in standard mix. Hamilton's at the Grand Prix. He was the first man to retire actually. Go through. Let's see what the gap is now as we head on to lap 18. As we've got someone coming into the pits, the gap is now 9.1. So we've done very well here to manage the tyres and keep pace up to Raikkonen on a fresh set there. So I'm getting into the groove now, which is what I need to do. Getting that groove is critical to doing a good win this one. So I'm running on medium graphic settings because when I stream it clashes, it affects the FPS, so I run high / ultra high when I'm not streaming, when I'm practicing, but in the streams I lower it down to medium, just so you guys can get nice crisp 60 FPS potentially. But I am looking, as some of you may not know, into upgrading my PC, and I'm looking at a new CPU, a new motherboard, improved upping my RAM a little bit to 16 gig of RAM, so basically doubling what I've got already. And yeah, it won't be now, it will be in the next few months. Once F1 2017 comes out, when I get back off holiday, will be when I will get these upgrades, guys. So at the minute, it's just looking around first to see what there is on the market, and then making the purchases, guys. So we'll see. Anyway, on to coming up to lap 20 now. And is that oh, it's Hulkenberg actually. I thought for a second there it was Alonso, because I heard a growling Honda engine, so I thought it was a McLaren. But anyway, we're going to pit very shortly for our final stop, but not yet. We'll be pitting in a minute. The gap 9.2 seconds, so as long as the tyres are fine, we're doing well. I would love to get to lap 20. Yeah, but the thing is, it affects, when I stream, it affects the performance, obviously, because because I haven't got a good processor inside the car. Yep, I only run 8 gig of RAM. It's interesting, isn't it? I do need to go for 16 gig of RAM, I know that. Against slipstream of Marcus Ericsson. We could get DRS, actually, if Ericsson decides to... Oh, no, he's not. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, we could get DRS, actually. Oh, we do as well. Thank you, Marcus Ericsson, there, for just lifting off at the right time. So thank you very much there. And look at the traffic. Kimi's got to go through at some point. Oh, he's going to have fun. We've still got time. Apparently we're going to come out in P3 as well, according to the game. The gap now 9.2 seconds, so not too bad actually. It's a branded Taiko engine, yes. We'll go for maybe one more lap and then we'll box. Because I don't think we can go as long as lap 25 to go onto the set of Ultra Softs. I just don't think it's risky. 63% on the front right tyre is the one I'm keeping an eye on. But I need to keep an eye on the gap as well. I need a decent gap to Raikkonen as Verstappen enters the pits. So if Raikkonen pits, that'll be interesting actually. If Kimi pits. So we'll have to wait and see if Kimi does go in the next few laps, because if Verstappen pitted, we'll see. Yep, Salvas are proving useful today. As there is Sebastian Vettel, if anyone didn't know, he's now up to P3. So as Bottas slips in now with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 1:10.8, so good time there from Bottas. So if you've got Bottas down, if it stays as it is, he will get you a couple of points actually. So we've got the gap to 9.6, just shy of 10 seconds now to Kimi Raikkonen. Let's look at the tyre wear quickly. I'll keep it up on your screen actually, so you guys can let me know when you think it's best for me to pit. In this race. So I'll just put it back on again. We've got 0.2 laps of fuel, so we're going to really push now. I think Super Softs will get me to the end comfortably now. Thanks, Anthony. Do appreciate that. If you guys think I can get to lap 25, then let me know. Shall I pit for supers or shall I go to 25? If you think the tyre wear is not that high enough, then let me know, guys. But Oh, that's a good question, actually. I don't know how much my setup actually cost, because it was 4 years ago since I last upgraded since I bought this PC. And the only thing I've upgraded is the graphics card from a 660 Ti to a 1060, so long time. We'll go one more lap, and then we'll box. So I'm starting to struggle a little bit now. Yep, I know the super softs will last me to the end. I know that. If I pitted now, so we're going to box either this lap or stay out for 2 more laps and go on some ultras. So 23, 24. Yeah, we are losing time, so that is the sign. I'm going to box this lap as we just lose the back end there. I think Kimi may pit, you know, and go on ultras. I've got a feeling Kimi will pit in this race, I think. So we will box this. Oh, excuse me, hiccuping. Bottas again gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, as he wants to assure himself that he gets a couple of cheeky points for anyone in the chat that voted for Bottas. But we're going to box this lap as the front right now is at 70%, and Jeff is actually on the blower with me as well, so we're going to box now. Confirm change. So we'll box then. Just double checking we have got the super softs available to us. Just making sure we actually hit the speed limit here. We do indeed. So Raikkonen will lead the Grand Prix, but would he pit in the next 13 laps of the question? So the Red Bull boys with a 1.7 there. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, boys. You're going to bring us with a sniff of the win as Raikkonen just goes through turn 1. And we have got a nice gap to Verstappen behind as well. So we're going to stay in second place now. Vettel doing well in P3 to hold off my teammate, actually. So fair play to him. But now the fight is on now to close up now to Kimi Raikkonen, who's just gone through turn 2 up the hill there. So we've got to pull 8 seconds on him in 13 laps here on a fresh set of super soft tyres. Will be tricky, but if he pits, he will go onto a set of the ultra softs and he'll be even quicker than us by quite some margin. So got to keep an eye on what Kimi does here. If he stays out or he pits again, we shall see what he does. But still plenty of time though. A little bit wide though over the curves. We go purple in the middle sector, which is a good sign. Now 8 seconds to the gap as we go very wide, just nearly missing the grass there, which would have spun us off onto the grass, and we would have basically ruined our chances there. Kimi staying out. Oh, the grip though, we've got so much grip right now. This is nice. Right now, and the gap's 7.4. We're closing in quite rapidly actually, and this could maybe bring Vettel into the mix as well if he does not pit again. We hit 300 viewers as well, so hello to all 300 of you watching this. Also guys, I forgot to mention this at the start of the video, but as of this weekend I'm going to be doing some streams on some classic F1 games, guys. We're going to do a classic walkthrough, so if you can think of any F1 game that I can play on the through my PC, through emulators, then please let me know guys on Twitter or send me a message in the chat, as we're going to be doing a classic game walkthrough. So it could be on F1 2000, F1 2001, 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6. All the games that I had on the PS2 I will stream, and we'll do a classic run through of each of those games. Well, potentially if I can, I will pick one of them, and it will be a little mini series to go alongside as well, which will be short 30-minute videos, guys, 30-minute streams or something like that, or maybe an hour, but just so you guys get to see a bit of variety on the channel as well. And I used to do classic content, classic games last year, which you guys absolutely loved and would like to see a career mode or a walkthrough of the game. So in the next episode, guys, which will be obviously the Verstappen career mode at Baku on Saturday, you guys will have a decision to make on what game you want me to play on for a walkthrough, and it's all on PS2. I don't think I can play anything else, but we'll see. I am using NVIDIA, yes. NVIDIA GTX 1060. So the gap's now down to 4.8 seconds now. We are bringing in Kimi at rapid pace right now, F1 2018. There's no F1 2007. If it's F1 2006, it will have to be the PS2 version and not the PS3 version, unless there's an emulator. As Kimi actually enters the pits, who jumped onto super soft tyres as Kimi. Very interesting there from Kimi Raikkonen, but we will lead the Grand Prix, and all we have to do now is manage the tyres, and hopefully Raikkonen doesn't catch up to us very quickly. And I think Verstappen is just going to miss out on getting ahead of Raikkonen there, but Raikkonen just coming out the pits there, so he is now out and away. F1 2010, interesting choice there. I may throw that one in the mix as well. Never did any content on F1 2010. I first came to the F1 world on F1 2011 on YouTube through the Apex Online Racing Leagues that I did highlights for when I wasn't even that big at the time. My first proper career mode was on F1 2012 when I first drove the Force India. So we're doing a nice little history lesson right there. So yep, we're pushing now. Oh my god, that was close. So we've got 13 seconds over Raikkonen at this point, as we've got less than 9 laps to go here in Austria. It's all going to come down to can we manage the tyres, and obviously the rain coming as well, which could happen at any point, which can throw a massive spanner in the works here for strategies. And if we pit for inters, that's going to be a big, big question. That may be a strategy we have to do. Alex, I can't, unfortunately. I don't have the game on PS3. I don't even have a PS3, actually. But if you can find me an emulator for that game on PC, that'd be great. But at this point, I can't find a... because remember, all the PS2 and PS3 stuff will have to be through the PC, through emulators. So Ryan to bottle. Don't say that now, guys. We've got a nice lead. Don't mention bottling in the chat, because if I see it, it will distract me a little bit, and I may bottle it. So we're just managing the tyres in the minute. So the gap is 12 seconds now to Raikkonen. Obviously, Raikkonen's going to be on fresher tyres, and we're... he's on for a little bit now, 22%. Tyres are going to be fine. So lagging is because of the weather right now. We've just had some heavy rain and some thunderstorms as well, so that may be the reason why we've just experienced a little bit of lag there on your screen. So just to give you a little bit of a heads up there are thunderstorms around my area today, because it's absolutely boiling here. It's very humid, but there's a lot of you know, oh, what's the word? Oh, it's very humid right now. So the gap's 11 seconds, so Raikkonen is actually catching me quite quickly. Not much, but he is now in traffic, which is good news for me. So we can just extend the gap a little bit right now, and a lot of you are trying to distract me in the chat, which is obviously lovely. You guys love me bottling it, don't you guys? So just a question as well in chat. Who's going to Silverstone next week? It's a week today that I will be sat chilling with some YouTubers on a deck chair doing a Fernando Alonso. So who's going to Silverstone, guys? Gran Turismo 3, we won't be doing any of that. We're an F1 channel, not a car channel, unfortunately. But and so yeah, no Charles, we won't pit for ultras because we don't need to pit again. We're on the one stop, remember, starting on the soft tyre. But where's this rain? Where's the rain, guys? Yeah, but for Silverstone, guys, obviously I won't be streaming any content from Thursday. Well, actually, I will be streaming on Thursday. but it will be during the day. So if anyone's around, that'll be fantastic. But I am going to get try and get some videos up for you guys over the weekend, and even a cheeky Q&A may appear during that weekend. You're racing in the Indy 500. I think that's already done, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the Indy 500 was finished like on iRacing a few days ago. So, but yeah, I can let you guys know. Well, playing iRacing. Well, Twan, to be fair, it's an F1 car, so I race the F1 cars or F1 related challenges. So you saw the Alonso challenge we did there, driving a McLaren. So. Van Gies, if you did that, then I don't know. We've never seen anyone. I think the highest amount is 80 odd pounds. You would smash it by a long margin, I will not lie, if you did that. And to be fair, I am going to start putting up people's names, and I think the rain has just arrived right now in the last sector. It has indeed. So if you did donate £500, I'm going to probably now stick up like recent donators on the channel on the screen, so you guys can have your little moment of fame on the channel in my videos in the future. So if you guys want to see that, you know. Hamilton DNS at Silverstone, 100% confirmed. That would be funny. But in terms of Silverstone, we will be doing... Oh my lord. Okay, the track's getting a little bit damp now in the first sector. But in terms of meetups, we will be doing meetups on Thursday. If anyone's camping this year, we will be... we'll be doing some meetups in the campsite. Friday we'll be doing it probably like at the end of practice, so we'll see. Saturday will be after qualifying, and then on Sunday will be the race. So you have 4 chances to meet me, guys. 4 times you could see me as well. You'll probably see me being the one that if I'm on the gamer zone and I win the whole thing, I will do a shoey, a legit shoey. But I'll probably be I'm going to be making like a bottle t-shirt so you guys can see, so we'll see how this rain develops. If it gets heavy enough, we will pit for inters, but I'm just taking it easy. I think this is just lit rain right now. I would love to see it, but I doubt that £500 is coming my way. I don't think it is. I think it may be a troll, but we'll see. I have done it before, Alex. I've driven some classic cars on F1 2013. I think it was 2 years ago. I always did some like 1997 mod career mode. I did some other stuff as well. So oh, just locking up there. Oh, it's getting very, very, very hard now in these conditions. If the AI are catching me, then I'm sorry, but how can they drive in these conditions when it's really wet right now? But we've just got to carry on. We just can't pit because sometimes the AI don't pit for inters. They stay out to the end of the race with only 4 laps to go. So we'll wait and see what Jeff's going to have to say. Well, we don't know actually. Jeff is the man. He will have a little thing popping up saying pit for inters, but it's just so difficult. It's just so bad. Just don't have any grip. It's got to see if Raikkonen pits, and he is not pitting. So this is going to be... We're going to go and lean, actually. Oh, God. Okay, it's getting a bit dangerous now. It's getting very tricky. I think it's too late to pit now. If we do, or we just stay out until the end of the race. We've got 3 laps to go. I don't know what you guys would do. I think it was if this was the scenario right now, like 2 laps ago, then I would pit, but we'll see. I'm not pitting now. There's no point. If this was lap 32 and it was like this right now, I would pit, but there's no point. There's no point pitting. No point pitting. Just hold on here for dear life, as we're going to now have 2 laps to go. Raikkonen still is catching me, and I don't know how he can catch me in these conditions right now when I'm struggling for grip right now. We go in to the penultimate corner then to start the penultimate lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Is there another twist in the tail here? We shall see as we're going to come up to the line to start lap 35 of the Austrian Grand Prix. Kimi's still not coming in the pits here. So, and that is the DRS has been disabled, which means in theoretical terms it is time to pit for Inters. And I just don't see Verstappen's not pitting. Kimi's just getting past someone at turn 1. So that's how far he is, and he's actually been held up actually, so liquidate Kimi. So the gap is 7.5 seconds then. It's just getting so difficult now. No one's pitting for Inters, I can see. No one's gone into the pits, which is interesting. Whew. As we'll go through into the final sector we go, that it's got to be just so careful now. It is getting heavier as well, the rain. It's getting heavier. Raikkonen has just got past Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen just overtook the lap car. It is now 5 seconds now between me and Raikkonen. How in the hell is Raikkonen driving in these conditions when I just can't drive to save my life right now? I can't see him yet, so it's a good sign, of course, but we just got to take it so slowly now in this final lap of the Grand Prix. Or we're going to hold off an OP AI of Kimi Raikkonen right now in the wet conditions. I don't know how he's driving so comfortably in these conditions. I do not know. The gap is 6 seconds at the line on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Can we hold off Kimi Raikkonen, or are we going to bottle it again? I'm just concerned right now as I think Raikkonen's just come through turn 1. Don't count Max Verstappen out as well. Do not count him out. Anything can happen here as we're going to brake very early for turn 3. And we can't even make the corner. Even braking earlier, we can't do anything. And there is a sight that I do not want to see. How is Kimi driving this well? Oh, I don't know. But we're going to take it so carefully now. Oh my god, this is going to be scary. Last couple of laps. I've just realised as well the subscription box has not been turned on. So I've missed all the subscriptions today, so I do apologise. But how? How is Kimi driving? There he is. He's in shot, and he's only 5 seconds away. We've got one more sector to go. In absolutely how is he gaining? How is Kimi driving this well in these conditions? But we're coming into the final sector, and 2 more corners to go. Are we going to bottle it in 2 corners? I don't think we will. But we're going to come off a brilliant comeback, really. Oh, we've lost it there. We've lost it in the last corner. We nearly bottled it there, lads, at the last corner. But I think we're just going to hold off Raikkonen. We're going to win in Austria. It's just about there in horrible conditions. How the hell did we do it? Oh, how the hell did we manage to do that? It's insane. That raid, that last, what, 6 laps? Insane. Absolutely insane, that last lap, I've got to say. But there is your man, Danny Rick, on the top step of the podium. Wow, okay. Well, okay, I was not expecting a win here, guys. After what happened on the first lap, I was not expecting to win this race today. There's Vettel in P5, so fair play to Vettel. Oh, but what a race that was. What a race that was there. And there's Ricciardo coming in on the top step. Raikkonen in P2. And Verstappen, my teammate, in P3 as well. But insane last to first here today, as Ricciardo picks up the winner's trophy as the champagne flies here in Austria. And remember, you guys decide what track we will drive next in the next episode, guys, which will be next week at either Baku, Brazil, or Spain. So you guys can have you guys think about that one. But here's your grid, the final results then. They're on your screen, so I don't have to go through them all, the top 3, but you can't see them anyway. Bottas got P4, Vettel got P5, Stroll P6, Ocon 7th, Perez in 8th, Van Dorn 9th, and Sainz in 10th place. Sorry, Sainz in 10th. So we look at the fastest laps, and it is... I think it's me, actually, with a 10.3. So we got that one in the bag there. So that will wrap things up then, guys, for this episode of Last Question Mark. We'll be back on Saturday evening for Max Verstappen at Baku. So that should be quite interesting as well at 8 o'clock UK time as always. But I'm going to head off now, guys. So I won't be on tomorrow. I'm going to be having a day off. So enjoy the Friday night, guys, whatever you're doing. Until next time, I will see you on Saturday for a brand new video, guys. Until then, have a great night, guys, and see you later. Adios.